Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This na Saikujohn. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This na Saikujohn Barrie, and then today, April 30, I dey here in front of CEO of Better now because I mean he do something more important. So like me don't come for discuss issues. Good evening, ladies today the 30th of April 2023, and they can continue for discuss issues regarding our impending elections. I get for talk on so many issues today. I go start with the like explain to una because we get about, let me say about 5 days or yeah like that to the general elections. So but I dey welcome everyone to the then and now media empire, and then this media empire all the time put country first. Sierra Leone na the priority. Sierra Leone na in everyone we pledge with loyalty to Sierra Leone. We know the pledge loyalty to a political party or any entity. Rather, Sierra Leone comes first. So, like I tell you now, me na Saikujohn Barrie, and I know see most of una don dey read maybe me articles them. I don dey write so many articles them on national issues. So, but make us stop here for now. But I dey tell una say cannot touch that dial. Okay, fam. Again, you are welcome. This is Cycle John once more. And like Sierra Leoneans, I'll come here today for just make we discuss or for discuss on national issues regarding our national elections. But anyway, I just want to inform you that listen to my voice. I dey get some serious cold, so this is not my voice. Yeah, so as we continue here towards the national election, June 24th, we don't see so many things. We don't hear so many things. And we dey see how things dey happen back home. Recently, we don't see, even today as I speak, we dey see cross carpet. Some man dey go, so some man dey go for the ruling party, and then so many activities, political activities, they take place. Like for the past month. So today, I get for discuss so many stuff relating to our national elections because Sierra Leone with the yarn well positive change because before now people are talking about change, but like the more we talk change and then we dey act towards achieving the change that we always desire, now the more maybe like things then they get worse. Because if you check from uh, who will get independence, you dey find out say most of the issues dem wey Sierra Leoneans been need, we still need am. So you ask yourself whether we really did the right thing. What is the problem? Because but I'm not taking out from you say Seka Stevenson time or Albert guy or like that. I just the from Leo say after the war, way back about time, people were very happy. They voted for him, and then he really played a great role for me to get peace. But then uh, after the war, of course, now for reconstruction and rehabilitation been take place at the time. But other issues dey because one time remember when dem dey still Pakabasi, nobody know with empty stomach na bed. Okay, so meaning hungry na im try for talk about say we dey fight against hunger. We be dey talk about electricity. I remember like we dey say dem dey call generators Kaba Tiger. Okay, road issues. So these are the things. But then now even people from Pakaba time, e dey take F 2007 dem can vote for President Ernest Bai, the same issues. Then Madabio, President Julius Madabio come today now find out, una wey dey salon, una know really wetin dey happen at salon. I no need for talk much on that. So but like today as we prepare, like Leoneans dey prepare for go to elections, wetin really una dey go vote? Wetin are the issues? Like for example, now like in countries dey outside within Naija, people in the whole Nigerians, a government, then they bring down a government because e fail for deliver the promise wey e like for example corruption issues, the notorious or the much talked about bread and butter issues, all dem thing. So but you dey find out say Sierra Leone, I don't know whether we really or genuinely like they put the interest of the country forward or for say interest of the country na im count first as opposed to we parochial interest like political interest say okay me na born APC because na you only dey hear that somebody dey tell you say na born APC or na born SLPP. So therefore the party no matter who strong that particular party wey dey in the one day wey feel say dem born into that political party, they know the wrongs of the party. So that kind mentality, una feel say the politicians dem go able treat we like we with respect. So now we dey find out say lot of people, Leoneans, wey Ernest Bai take over power 2007. People let me know fed up with the former SAPP government. Let me they say corruption in dey. I remember whenever see they sing Bobo Bele and so many like okay agriculture, food, and dating roads, problems everywhere. We go give the back credit. He make he contribute greatly for the peace Ghana salon. That side they will get that credit. He do so many things, positive things in terms of reforming so many institutions. We get that credit. But against the Leoneans, we don't fed up. I remember we Gaddafi rest, no rest, people they talk, plenty issues then they people been yarn for it. And then in 2007 there was change. Ernest Bai came and then he said this is the new APC. In the account, then do some changes with the Anti-Corruption Act, give them some powers where they not that Pakaba. But despite that, we deliver so many corruptions. But again, at that time, with this minister, then serve the minister, then they indict am, suspend. You see some activities at the time. Okay. But water be like for example, we take Freetown. The still problem, a problem wey people dey complain of Tijankava in time still continue. Okay, we see so many activities in the area of roads, constructions, and other stuff. We see that day. Dem can't try the first 100 days. They really be dey try wey like they say okay now electricity we see wey the mami Naja to Kabah. Dem can make effort, we see the light. Okay, even the decision by them is okay to which expense now e been too expensive for the state or not. But some mami dey say oh well as long as we don get light, e no matter the cost. So wetin happen I dey lay the background say like the problem na salary like na thing wey dey like continue. Like you no dey ever see like we no get any single issue wey the state dey say okay we don able to solve this problem e no dey because almost all the problems wey we dey during Pakaba in time dem still can continue under Anestima. Then now una know wetin dey happen now from 2018 to now. Like some of us we stood tall and firm. We spoke against certain wrongs during the APC. Of course, like so, if you say you dey talk the truth, definitely they will crush you. You go either it depends on who that dey na. If APC dey na power, you talk certain truth, they say na because you na SLP. And the same thing dey happen now. If you talk for wetin dey happen under this regime, definitely you no go be surprised if dem APC. So but would I get for stand up? Would I go sacrifice like you ignore them Boku accusation or that general brush within the brush say okay you na this or you na that? Forget about that. Let's face the issue. And Sierra Leoneans, we no go tell una, like me personally, all the article they want to write, I no go tell una say una vote for APC or SLPP or anyway NGC now they say they get alliance with SLPP now. But unfortunately that is another unfortunate we will not get now. But say this na a third force. What would the third? Even though the NGC part will tell you say hey no but we give you an opportunity 2018 but you rejected by not voting for us. You understand? Now they back then will advance the argument. But you dey find out say Sierra Leone na more of either APC or SLP. And you dey see say even when they engage in political discussion or national issues, you dey find out say all the debates like they try for slant everything into either APC or SLP. Then they bring it to me recent article wey I write am upgrading the political discussion in our country. It's sad. Like today, I listen wey the interview with Naya, where he dey try for he dey tell the prime minister Naya say he get for take responsibility. He dey criticize the prime minister Naya say like he no want fight, they're not serious for fight criminals, especially people wey dey rape and anything in there. Because he said the prime minister they blame the past prime minister, but he has to take responsibility. So I been a member, I just relate that because recently I hear some ministers them or other people then at the government where they interview them, talk on issues, take responsibility for the economic failure. Then they tell you say, "No, Then they try for lay some kind of premise, try for blame the past government. The past government wey don left power for the past 5 years. And then don't forget say dem bin tell Sierra Leoneans they were adopted and everybody bin agree. Sierra Leoneans know say the majority for dey voted for Madubi won during the second during the runoff. Why did they vote for Madubi? To me, because the APC had failed. So if una be not promise Sierra Leoneans say okay, we get the solution to this problem. APC don fail una, but however we get the medicine, we dey come solve this problem, especially the well the quote unquote bread and butter issues wey the famous KK Safa bin dey always talk about. Even though somebody correct me recently say I write in the article I include say JJ Safa bin say 6 months because than but the person say well Saikujohn you no dey provide any evidence beside JJ Safa say inside 6 months we go fix the bread and butter issue. And I know, to be honest, I don't see that again, but I know say no more if we don't catch it, they fix the economy. So now Leo agree to it, not been say 6 months. But them in me, them talk and all the time what you say they brag with. Now for say then get well educated. Sierra Leoneans they believe they see no well because them the talk says SLPP elitist. If you want you look for quality education or something, you go to the SSP, you get educated man dey wey able to change the bad situation of the country. So that's why all them faith, people dem bin get that faith on the SSP. So dem no bin get any other choice. They say okay now let's go in for the SSP. They voted for the SSP. And then SSP no bin tell Sierra Leoneans say 5 years down the line dem go come back still for blame the APC. Despite the okay, Makaba bin left, sorry, Ernest Koroma bin left the country, he bin don declare austerity. So meaning things are not easy. So the government was doing some cut down certain like expenditures and then excessive expenditures for ensure that they able to manage or then get certain projects within the country on. SLPP now, una say don come my own policies, economic policies for move the country forward, but take us from like further positively when I say positive from inside the APC level, the country to a positive higher ground by bringing policies, for the lives of ordinary Sierra Leoneans. But wetin we dey see now, una wey dey watch I no need to tell una say na dis una dey go through, but the economic hardship wey dey na the country e no funny. The information wey we dey get from the ground, people dem dey talk say some people dey talk say the hardship wey dem dey experience now even during the war, imagine before 11 years total war, but dem say dem no ever experience wetin dem dey experience now during that 11 years. So you dey ask yourself okay so wetin as Sierra Leoneans wetin we dey do wrong? Whose side we dey go wrong? Wetin happen? We politicians dem no dey treat people with respect. Respect no mean say when you go treat community or you no, the needs of people dem you don really make effort, genuine effort to address those issues, those needs. You don check the manifesto The promises you make when you been want that power, you don't check how far you don't go for deliver that promise. And other problem, Sierra Leone, una don't really like they check them people, yeah, politicians them, based on the promises the way they make. Una judge them based on that. Una vote particular political party based on wetin dem promise or wetin dem don deliver. So I think say this 2000 and this June 24th 2023 elections, una really need for do something. Una really need for open una eyes. Una don gamble 5 years, 2018 to this 2023. Na 5 years. Imagine 5 good years don add una age. So wetin una don benefit? Okay, some man go can argue say, well, no, Saikujohn una all na APC because na im make una dey talk so. This bring me to another issue wey I been talk about also, because most of the things wey I dey talk about, you know, me Facebook page, we don dey talk about anything they need. Wetin na the alternative again? Go that dey to the opposition. Now they kick you out of power or they voted you out in 2018 because una not be able to deliver to the Sierra Leone people that they not be happy with una declare austerity. People them in the suffer the time, then bring the war in. Now una self they expect Sierra Leoneans they expect the opposition to have learned from their past mistakes by coming up now with solutions to the problem. Because before I go deep into that, in the Western world, politicians like they are problem solvers. We don't see recently in England like that, the immediate former prime minister he resigned because he say he no go deliver on the promise dem make wey dem count on economic policies. Then the pounds like e just drop. Then they make it resign. Okay, we see the New Zealand, the prime minister, he resigned because he believe say e no get enough na im time. So politicians dem no like dem suppose to be people the way dey solve problems. Not for if you come, you know, if you solve the problem, the country problem, you don't have business, any business in governance. But you dey find out say in we case Kasanu, na different story. Instead for letting him focus on solving problems, then they come to this blame game. Wey not again all the time they make reference to wetin I been don dey like before. Like during Pakaba time, by the end of second term, we be the hearing people and they talk about saying, hey, no, you know, say we just come off from war. That was the excuse. Even though it did very well, but that not been the excuse. Say, you know, say just come off from the war. Come APC. Then say during the young time, we see Ebola come. Then the because we get African minerals that in the so now the international market for iron or something will happen we iron ore price good on. Then self care waiting in the hold on. Then they use that as an excuse to Sierra Leone for their own failures. Down the line, 2018. People voted for Manabri. Yesterday, Julius Manabri. Yesterday, people, and they get this way they say paupers, when the better. Yesterday, people come 1, 2 years, then we see COVID 19 come, it affect in the world. It affect every side, including inside me this particular now. Then few, well, along the line, we get COVID 19 as alone. Immediately we get that COVID 19 day, I write and I say, okay, I say it's like we don't get into a trouble back. Because another justification of failures don't come. So COVID 19 come, they will be no now na the COVID 19 effect na including X, Y, and Z. Then you know now recently we don't hear the Ukraine Russia war. So Ukraine, Russia, Putin say just come add the he perfects the justifications. Say no, well, you know what? There are serious reasons why make it Ukraine, Russia war, and then the COVID 19. That no mean say what talk say they dey use am as excuse. I no really like recognize the effect, the negative effect wey the war and Ukraine and Russia get in economies around the world. The UK na dem get their own problems. America sef get problem. But wetin we see America through COVID 19, Donald Trump, dem bin dey help pipu, dem bin dey help the poor pipu. Dem no see no say no more COVID don come o, we no dey do nothing dem blame COVID. No, dey help, dem come with ideas. E get pipu like wey dey come okay we go just see dis problem don come, COVID don come, Ukraine, Russia war don come. You get experts there. Dis na the problem, dis na the effect on the economy. So wetin una don do for come navigate, for come work around it, for make una deliver despite dem problems there. So but you dey see some man dey tell you say no na COVID 19 na dis na dat. But to me we deserve better. Sierra Leoneans dey deserve better. There's somebody dey text say the sound no good. Yeah, but we technical people and we try for sort that out. Okay. If everything don okay, make I know. So make we continue while the technician and dey try for fix the sound system. But I believe say maybe everything will be done okay. So like we see like you dey sit down sometimes, you dey think about Sierra Leone. The more the more you yarn for change, na the more it- it's like we dey go there. Because remember during the war, even during the war, the 11 years war wey we fight, Williams no ever fall under of the Guinean flag. But this time, well, quote unquote, because of the effect of COVID 19 and the Ukraine Russia war, the Leons like really on it back. You don't really depreciate to the lowest level. Imagine for the first time in history, the dollar, $100 now over 2 million leons. And this effect on businesses to things that definitely think will be very expensive. Now we people in another country forget food safe. It really like it tough. Things are very expensive. But when you talk, then they say no, that the Ukraine Russia war. And indeed, fact certainty in the way that fact say, okay, we country, we know they make anything now, we know they manufacture in our country, we know they export. These are all facts. But the government, they were waiting for us. So they may know say these are the facts. But the promise to the Leoneans that we will count this. Yeah, we don't see it, we will give them credit. We don't see recently President Bio don't go see industrial zone, they don't go launch. But me sometimes why they see government in the certain things, especially where let's say 2 months or 3 months to elections, I can just say okay, I didn't normally stop. But we don't see effort. Don't get me wrong. The SLPP they try certain areas. I get for candy, like in education, for example. Me now one of the way believe the government to try in terms of improving the educational system in the country because like really during the past governments that sector they really need for total reform and at least we see some changes we don't see huge changes that's why that the kudos and I would thank the minister who dey implement policies and again all go back to President Bio because na him say they become free quality education. Of course, critics dem dey argue say oh there is no quality but my own opinion we give dem credit that side and they deserve pat on the back for that achievement dem don really try. For me as a journalist, I was a journalist back home and then I'm still a journalist. I know exactly wetin dey happen during public exams. So I know. So why the system changes now? When you see changes, have acceptance. Even when these changes don't happen. That's why they will do it. But now that no means in other areas. Then government really overall dem dem be really need something. Even though we dey blame COVID-19, you see wetin the bank governor, the former bank governor can. We know how we have economic policies, financial issues at the country. Say that how e dey affect the economy, the people dem pocket. Because I think any country wey fail, any government wey fail for take care of people dem belle dem must know say that government if na any again if na citizens dem wey really dey hold dem government to account, serious one, then that government dey in trouble. But wetin I see recently e dey like polarize. Now you dey see somebody just because of na green, you no dey ever accept the faults, the failures, the SFP. But again, in the APC as well, during the APC time, there's a way they take power. Like you dey even try say, okay, no not criticize. They come after you because you know SFP. So that culture dey. Now in the long politicians they don't inculcate into the Sierra Leone psyche, the mentality. Sierra Leoneans now you dey find out say recently we no get space for debate. We no dey upgrade portions. Now me for example, I no like it's like I no get if me na somebody wey dey afraid somebody accusation wey dey accuse me say no okay you don talk this because you na APC or you na opposition. So therefore I no dey before I dey fear that I no go talk on it. If me na dem kind pipu dey I no go ever engage because the moment you write say right now dollar don go 2,500 What did they tell you? How now? See, this is wrong. And what do we politicians and as well they fail for their lives for accept critics, criticism. When somebody dey write something, e dey outline the bad things dem. Some articles, some people then they bring out solutions. Maybe if you be that person, you open your mind, you read that person articles, you will see something wey beneficial to government. But the moment they see something, the moment they fit say, "Hey, no, this person dey talk about the country triangle." They say, "No, that one na dey do all kind name." So how long we go keep am this thing? Now imagine for Pakaba time, we dey talk about hunger before Pakaba be say nobody no for go bed empty stomach. Imagine an school am, and now na the worst. Now na the worst. So una don as Sierra Leoneans, una don really sit down ask una sef who side we dey wrong, wetin are the problem, wetin we need to do. Dem say if you don do you don use one method to solve a problem or anytime, every time you dey get am wrong, wetin you suppose to do na for change the technique. But like I say earlier, una get for Sierra Leonean. Some of us we dey how we dey work. Well, some people dey quick say, "Oh, una dey na social media, una dey feel say una go able effect change na ya." Dis no get that ordinary voter wey dey Biafran Kailahun or wey dey Biafran Calabar or Gambia, e no dey even lis ten to una, e no dey even read wetin una dey write. So but you go ask yourself how long una feel say we go dey dis. So any government wey you dey find out you dey wey dis government and the subsequent one wey dey come, e go be worse. Because definitely now wetin pipu dey experience not a good experience at all, good. So would I again you
Your life.
okay, yeah, but so something is not right. People a need for really people a need for know wetin for do. People a need for think and vote vote wisely. Sorry, I dey encounter some issues. Una sorry for this interruption. Are we okay now?
Yes, your life.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, like I be dey say, we get for really sit down, analyze issues. Forget about this blind loyalty. You dey hear somebody dey say me na born APC or born SLPP. So we don dey into that system dey for the past 30 years. 30 dey we get the same needs, the same problems. So how long we go dey pan this? Una don sit down and ask myself how long we go dey pan this? Some people recently I can engage with a lot of people dem back home na Sierra Leone. Well, I don talk with some people and they tell me say no, uh, it's like we don't know wetin na development. The politicians they know they treat we with seriousness. So that brings me to both the ruling party now and the opposition. The opposition now like I be tell una politicians for be problem solvers. Dem for come out with policies, tell una say okay dis na the problem but we get dis na the medicine for dis problem. We get policies on education like how SAPP dem don try dem bin tell we say we dey count free quality education. Dem count na im dem bin use for convince a lot of people. So there was a clear roadmap at the time, or let us say dem bin at least dem tell we say we dey count free and fair with free quality education. Dem sell that to Sierra Leoneans. So you dey ask yourself, you as APC, and dis I dey address am directly to the opposition, Dr. Samura Kamara and and Honorable Cherry Coco. Una don really wetin una dey can give Sierra Leoneans dem? Whose hope? Wetin are the alternative policies wey una get? So now the economy bad. The leons don die. $100 is over 2 million leons. So wetin una dey do? Wetin wey una calm? Whose hope una dey give Sierra Leoneans? One bag rice is over now 600,000. Wetin una dey do wey una calm? Wetin are una policies for address dem issues dem here? Electricity wey dem bin dey talk about Tijan Kaba in time dey say Kaba tiger. Imagine I just dey bring dem here for just remind una say we still get the same problems. Imagine from Pakaba in time and Eskoromaka 11 good years, but we still have the same problem. And you dey find out say wey dem make the budget or something and they allocate huge amount of money. Say okay, this na for the electricity or this or that, but we still have the same problem. Even though again you dey see APC, SAPP, APC dey tell you say no, now this project now we don start am, but we dey give the credit because they were na under Mother Bill in time. We don see dem don electrify a lot of communities. Dan dey back we dey give dem the credit. We dey give dem the credit for that. They electrify, like we get some villages the way from I don't know who's here. They're not saboting a light. Now they get am. Then get solar light. Okay, APC dem some APC quarters and say, but this project now be starter. Even that project way from Ivory Coast, of course, all man knows say na that 10 day they starter. But now them people had to take credit. So they give them the credit. But there are bigger issues. Now, opposition una get for come up with some strategies. Tell people and say that this line is the strategy for the for can solve this problem. But we're not seeing that at the moment. But like we engage with some of them, like me, I cut across. We can interview people and talk to people. Well, I remember somebody say, "Bo Saiko," he said, they see the harassment within the harass we, in the really, we know they even get chance for even break as a political party because when you have things, you see police don't go this, police don't do that. We Samura Kamara been in a court. Recently now we don't know say they don't adjourn the matter till after elections, which is good. So they say that the harassment and what self make we know able shake self. When I tell the leader stop, make them allow make them free the space. So but all here, what you wanna get? Wanna say for come? Okay, but in what una don't create like okay, una not tell you anything, even though we dey wait because until they no declare it campaign. Now the campaign where they can adjust what itself inform of now thank you to or for go launch this project. We know campaign indirectly don't begin, but it did not formally start. But we not see again on the side of the government. Even though they're not like okay, it hardly for them accept say no, this year we don't really fail. because we on politicians them, they're not honest to that level. They for tell you say no, this one we fail. Then we must fence side for go hang up, for go blame somebody else, or for blame something. Now, as a government wey dey in power, una don try education. We don't give una that name. Una don try. But the economy, no. And this na the problem. So, but all the run, we no see clear policies. Don't get me wrong. The president say this time round, if they vote for her, e dey focus on agriculture. But you not tell me say, okay, no, Nel, we get for do XYZ for inflation day, the dollar don't go. Because you even how long now people then go sit down wait. The suffering will continue until now we say when they begin this agriculture. Because I know say where the president will just take power. We see you go Vietnam, you go different side in China. We even see pictures them with na them big farms there na Vietnam. So later we don't see is it Tomabom or something, we see some activities. Okay. Then again we see tractors them go na various parts of the country. We talk about youth farms. But you dey ask yourself, okay, so wetin are the effect? How then they don't positively affect the lives of ordinary Sierra Leoneans? How then they don't affect the lives of ordinary Sierra Leoneans? So how long we go dey like for just okay, if Ukraine war fet now imagine that fet day, e no tell like say dey end soon o. So now wetin government don do now, wetin una don put in place as problem solvers, una don know say Ukraine, Russia dey fet. COVID-19 the effect dey. So wetin una don come with now for navigate, for work around this, for let una improve the lives of una Sierra Leoneans dem. Una get for come, not to for say no more, okay, no, we dey make farm dem, we dey embark on farming. Yes, but you might remember say you dey talk to people that were hungry, we really need food. So wetin are the immediate solutions to that? How long dem go sit down wait? You dey see Western government wey dem come, and they tell you say within 100 days we go do something. And like America, for example, then they hold una to account that 100 days. If you not do what you say you dey do within that 100 days, brah, you are in trouble. So, but we now for just go promise someone you not do anything, then when somebody talk, begin say now because the person na APC. So if now only somebody when na opposition, now for raise issues, now for ask government questions, when you talk no more, they say no, you na APC. So that only APC for criticize the system. In a civilized country, even ruling party members, when the government go wrong, then they tell them say no, listen, now we dey vote for now. If una do something wey not right, this is not right. We no go continue for support this kind of mess. So that go make the politicians and they treat una with respect and seriousness, because they go say, this now base so then people are not happy, and then don't front with and don't tell we this. But that they happen na salon. That no they happen. So like the current government now, they're not telling anything yet. Say how they get for camp, how if now let's say if we vote for them June 24, how this thing, how long we go sit down, wait till this system, the current system. Una way they salon know the system what they talk about, the hardship. How long it will take before it change? What thing they get for put in place? They don't tell we. So we are in the dark. Then the opposition now for just go no more, will they see other problem we me don't notice? Sierra Leoneans really need for sit down and think. What I don't see, man, then they get problems, serious issues. When are national issues, we get human rights. If you read the past years, the human rights records, encouraging at all. Today, Okay, like the economy we just mentioned, encouraging. And you define our people in the suffer. But where them go play music, they see, of course, I know they against where the president they dance or other people them big man in the dance or that thing enjoy la di da. Fair enough. But Sierra Leoneans them be carried away. Where them come, it's like where them play that musically, you don't forget about all the problems. I dey tell una one thing, una dey prepare for sign another 5 years contract with una political leaders. Now the choice is yours. Una don experience the governance system under the past government. Una know wetin been dey happen. Una know how una been dey feel, how wetin una been dey go through. Una don come back dis 5 years, una don experience wetin una dey experience right now. So the choice is yours. Me, one thing wey I no dey do dis time round, I no go tell somebody say vote for SLPP or vote for APC. You get sense. Na you dey decide. Na your future. But I dey tell una one thing no more, say una get the power. The ordinary citizen, the voter, e get power. If una utilize, una know the power wey una get. Some of una know because wey una wan change. Because APC do everything 2018. But you guys, you stood up. You voted them out. So that don show una say politicians dem get power tey, but una the ordinary citizen dem, una get power pass dem. So now this notion of saying political party don come, SAPP, because wetin I dey see now, wetin I dey hear again on the ground, some people dem dey go, no, na 10 years. Pakaba bin can take 10 years and Eskroma take 10 years, so Mada Bio back for take 10 years. But thank God the constitution no tell anybody say pauper pass 10 years. So all but the decision for give any political party 10 years left with una. So I remember I write one article on that again. I say until Sierra Leoneans sit down. Now una don see like wey una dey give dem 10 years. Una don see still, because dem feel say that 10 years is guaranteed. So dem no go treat una with respect by delivering wetin dem promise to una. So una see wetin wey you talk again, dem dey misuse the police. The same police officers under APC, you dey see the same police officer dem bin dey arrest from SAPP opposition member at the time. That same police back wey SAPP kidnapper, dem dey use the same police to go arrest APC or other opposition members. So Sierra Leoneans, una really need for sit down and think. Now what we don say, wey people dem begin, the politicians dem wan fool una say no, na 10 years. So una, me article wey I say no, it tell like say we get for sit down now. We say no, you know what? When you come, you no perform, we don evaluate you. We don see wetin dey na your manifesto. We don analyze to wetin you don deliver, especially the economy and how the poor person, the ordinary person dey feel in terms of the wetin affordability and then thing and then at the country. Una get for really tell them politicians say una dey only able for control them. Dem go only able for respect una as people when una reject them desire for go second term. When una reject them. Donald Trump come before they can have power. Dem bin dey like, he bin come like income, like really he come, he do all waiting they make politicians they not be elected. It come with some kind madness. Nothing no the way not come way ordinary politician wey do no more to go down there, they even near herself for say make people dem vote for you. But despite that, dem come dem voted for you. But if you say people increase wey carry power, you begin misbehave. Wetin dem do? They say no, na one time we dey give you because you don misbehave. You understand? We don see. So you feel say that kind party the next time wey e carry power, e go do the mistake wey e don do. So me, I no go tell una say okay una no wetin sef. Me like I tell una earlier, I no dey tell una say una vote SAPP out or wetin sef. E left to una just look una situation, una analyse, una consider, una take into consideration so many things. The food force, the economy, una check now okay the water, whether una get access to electricity, roads, what other education, una take all dem thing into consideration. Na dem thing una suppose for look and vote. Not because of you grandpa na be APC or you granny na be SLPP. Until una able vote on issues wey the politicians dey say no, we dey give una this way, dem no give una say no, okay, I think say you no able solve this problem wey we get. Common we dey count other person. But again, somebody ask me say no, he say but we don dey do this. He say we been say Pakaba dem don fail, we vote them out, the SAPP out at the time, we count Anes Kuruma. So then sef by the second time dem mean we been don fed up, we change them. So now it's like the more we dey go now, the more we dey go into dangerous waters. You see, because now anyone wey come, one part say, he say anybody wey come, they say subhanallah, that other one better. So you dey ask yourself, okay, so what's wrong? When somebody today, some people then they tell me say, well, we get for turn to God for prayers. Now God no more go help we. I say, well, no, thing don't come and come. Because that is show you how confused people are with these politicians. Because now it's like voting, like they say now, voting no they change, no they bring effect, no they bring changes. Because we don't vote against SLPP during Tijankaba time, we can't APC can't do the worst. So we come out there, we don't come vote for Madabio. Then now this one, if any other word they will not to worst self, we go attribute and to we done their left give now una fair what you the right word for that day. Because people in the cry now than the time where Anes Kuruma been there. So they say, so what thing are the need? So man, Boku man they say, well, we just collect we can do the vote. But we they see now, we they see dance today, we don't understand say for see then get Emasi Lamina, then they don't go. People then they go now, we they see dance. The other time we see married between NGC and SFPP, we they see dance. They say they come together for peace and for development. So, but the things are not easy. Like for example, you go Kwenedugu, say me born in Falaba district. During APC time, we been hearing about water project. Now Musaya, a place called Musaya, that the chiefdom Musa born. They begin this project. Everything starts. They begin lay the pipes. Then from where this new SAPP come 2018, we not hearing nothing. They not tell me nothing, but the people of Kwenedugu district they water no day up to the time where they talk. So now we not see SLPP government say okay, now this project been they go on, but them this person don't eat them money, so they hold them to account. We not vomit this money, make we implement, we'll make we finish this project. We not hearing nothing, no, they not talk nothing. But then CSF no can say, okay, no, this project been don't start. It's stalled na ya. So now we say they can continue it up. We not hearing nothing. The people of Kwenedugu sit on the water no dey. We see well now make me knocking dance when you play music during election time, or let's say 1 month to elections, because I know say most of the times na deception. So when elections near, we see the APC, then go, then make Coltan and the township na Kwanedugu district. But me, I was not, to be honest, I was not impressed at the time, because I say, okay, why they wait now? Why now we Kwanedugu? Then go last week. But anyway, then make the Coltan na Kwanedugu district. Then begin go na the interior part, na Falaba. Bam, election happen. There was a change. People voted for SAPP. By the time they realize, the machine then disappear. So election come for council business, then go back, vice president, the president go promise the people, and people then say, "Oh, we need roads." Okay, then the machine then go, then begin grade back again. But recently, again, we don't see them don't begin tar the road. So you dey see, like, what are they try for tell now? Like, then they try for play on people them, Sierra Leoneans. But we no able pick this thing up from SAPP time to APC time, now SAPP time, the same pattern. When election near, you dey see them dey dig here, dig over here. So, but Sierra Leoneans then, like, they fall in for that trap, and a continuous repeated thing. So who say we go tell them say no? Listen, this their me what it mean they tell me people and say no. We get for tell them say no. Listen, we need hospitals, we need roads, we need water, we need electricity. So it's like una get for tell we say okay no. What una come for campaign to we? Una get for tell we say no. We get for give una this and this, but then una go give it timeline. And again a mechanism how we go hold una to account on them promise ya. Now not for can tell we say no. We dey make for una roads, we dey build hospitals, but then what we vote for una disappear. How we as a community go able now for chase una? Some man now, some minister now, you go, maybe you go na the office, you know, they see them. So, but then last minute now, then come, they just, it just start like where them bad married man them. Where the woman just deliver, get small picking. So man don't change. Get the woman in time, the joke, the play, na just seriousness. Now where the picking don't begin waka, and they begin can now for begin do goodness. You know what in that mean? So now the same way the politicians and they treat Sierra Leoneans. So but how long we go dey pan this? How long we go dey pan this? And this, both the opposition now and then have been the ruling party yesterday, they are as guilty as the ruling party now on these issues what they talk about. So me, I no can now forgive una percentage say no, SAPP don't try. Some people then they tell me say, Cycle, you dey pretend like say you dey on the fence, you this that. Me no dey afraid nobody. I no depend on anybody, any politician. I dey talk on the issues. Again, I don't see say not to me they can't tell you say you dey suffer. Oh. You don't understand because now the narrative wey dey go on, the current government, they really hammer out. Like, again, that you no go blame them, na politicians then. Then they really make Sierra Leoneans they believe say, no, you know what? Had it not been for the Ukraine and Russia war or the effect of COVID-19, this is a different ball game for Dundee, Salo. So now we poor people, gullible people, and don't believe that narrative. You understand? And like how the opposition they say, okay, then the muscle they know they allow we for able stretch self better. Now themselves they not even get any message for go tell Sierra Leone and say, no, well, this na so for give people the hope and alternative. So sometimes you go say, okay, when Sierra Leoneans they go able move, when Sierra Leoneans they go get a sigh of relief. When they go say the like how Muslim then they say Alhamdulillah. Now the ballot box will get for see, of course, na two major political parties they may they talk about. The APC and SAPP. Dr. Samura Kamara and President Julius Maada Bio. And I dey see the effort wey President Maada Bio dey do right now. E no dey take that thing dey joke o. You see am, e dey dance, e dey go corner wey see how e dey dance, Puloko e dey dance, Usai Tonkolili e dey dance, Kailau e dey dance steady one. Dey tell una say this thing I need am o. You understand? So and people dey ready, dem say dey dance to the music. Dem dey dance. Una don but una remember say na 5 years contract wey una give any leader, whether na President Maada Bio una vote for ba, whether na Dr. Samura Kamara ba, wey una don vote for that person dey. Well, we go say Astafurlah like 10 times wey dem don sworn that president dey in. No amount of disgruntlement, no amount of vex no dey change that thing dey until after 5 years, 2028, dem go give una another opportunity for select a leader. So that is why this election wey dey come, I believe say e important pass almost all the other past election dem wey don wetin sef na our country. So somebody, yeah, I see somebody, one Mohammed Kamara says Leoneans should vote their conscience. Power lies in your hands. You are the best employers who give politicians the best job. So please scrutinize them thoroughly. In fact, we need a presidential debate on none of them has told us. Well, yeah, this is exactly what I was saying, Mohammed Kamara. Yeah. So people them una get power, una get the power. What you see, if you say that make look no more well how you call that thing them they call her AK11. That now former what is a APC member when Alpha Khan AK11. If you say that will make you see then they dance, Dr. Prince Hardin then they dance. You understand? Now because they need that thing there from una. They know say that power they now they give them. Go now and trust that power they in them, and then they exercise them on your behalf. Sometimes then they abuse them because una way don't give them the power. When you talk, they hold you. Sometimes they go detain in the police. You understand? You know, some people they not get me. Some man they tell me say, you they talk boku right now because you know this salon. Where this salon, bruh, them able steady you. You will be quiet. So, but that no mean say the ordinary man no get power. So una really need for know how for vote. Una forget this thing. I know say very difficult because even the UK now they get conservative, they get Labour, they get people them we really like they are attached no matter what they do. But we get the people that way they vote on conscience. We get the people that way the rational voters. And then people and they now they decide. So sometimes some of us who believe in voting for anybody on policies would appeal to una say una need for save Sierra Leone. Not only one way they tell you say me na APC voting, me na APC are born or me na SAPP are born. No. We dey talk about the deciding. Una wo na the deciding factor. Una na who sa una link, any sa una link, na they win. Now una would appeal to. And now una get the power now for save Sierra Leoneans. We need for see like some of us we eagerly wait. We want see what the current government gets now for tell we say okay no, you know what the past manifesto we can get XYZ, but this didn't work, but we have this as an alternative. We want to see those alternatives. And the same thing back, APC back for Kante, we say, no, you know, you guys voted against us in 2018 because we had failed. We accept that. And then going forward, we have XYZ to solve the problem. So to me, what it means, see, like in a simple terms, politicians for be problem solvers, not for cry babies. We don't need, if you know you are not capable of solving the problems of the country, you don't have any business doing like in governance. You don't have any business there. You're not supposed to did it because you know go can I know go can like you just start like driving, for example. Now either you sabi drive or you no sabi drive. Most of us say no, you sabi drive, they say no, as sabi small. You know go give that kind of person the motor car, as sabi drive small. No. So that na the same thing with governance. If you able to solve the people and problem, dem vote for you. Not of can tell you say no no na this na the Ebola na im be make we fail, or no you know say we just comot from war, or no na Ukraine Russia war or COVID-19. Again, that no mean say I dey tell una say no e no create some kind negative effect o, but una get people there with ideas, una get people there wey learn, una get degree holders dem, una get well educated people dem wey for don come up with policies say okay, now na this we get for can counter the effect here, for can ameliorate, for can ease the suffering on the masses. Because at the end of the day, the objective na the masses. Okay, somebody dey tell me say okay, Emeka say this, he say wetin this is Emeka, okay, I am trying to give the difference between SLPP and the APC. So very greedy parties. Okay, okay, yeah, this person dey give definition. Yeah, so yeah, you get right. So una can still comment and then una share the links. They go as far as BNBN Kaila or BNBN Falaba district. Una share, let people listen. But like this na the thing. Some people they say, "Abo una dey tire." Some of una dey talk, una dey oversee, una know the vote. You know you don't can register. So e no mean say one no register or one no dey go vote, my voice no go be heard. People dem dey wey dey respect certain people dem. Dem know say you stand up for something. Some of us we condemn wetin certain bad things dey wey bin dey happen under the APC, and still we go dey on records say we condemn wetin we bin dey condemn during the APC, we dey condemn am now under the SLPP back wey e happen. So you know people na just some people just lack conscience. Imagine you condemn something under APC. The same thing come, you can't defend that way you been dey condemn. And I tell you now, una go be surprised. Let's say if APC come, if APC win these elections, you go see maybe dem say because again na the pattern of Sierra Leone politicians dem, you go see maybe dem say go can repeat the same thing wey SLPP dey do so now. When you talk, then threaten you or police invite you, they arrest you. So tell you go be you anyway, like some of you no go surprise, but you go see APC them back where they condemn now wetin dey happen, the wrongs wey dey happen, then go begin defend back. Say, no, you know this, una too pass mark, that one na SLPP. So we don't see lecturer talk, you see wetin happen. See people that they make audio them or video them talk on national issues, even though well you go say we don't see the cyber crime. You know the law the way they put for govern the social media and all that stuff. We see, you know, but we get forget the space. People now allow people them for talk. Una upgrade the debate between APC and SLPP. Una get for upgrade una standard of discussion on national issues. Una get for treat Sierra Leoneans with respect. How una dey treat we with respect? Now by discussing solid and serious issues. Not of can begin tell you say, no, una been do this, una been do that. If SLPP there right now, then they use the APC them own failures for justify their own current failures. E wrong. Una not been tell Sierra Leoneans say una they can't repeat exactly what in the APC them been do. Make I tell una something. You dey find out say the APC and the SLPP much difference no dey, because you check now. I dey see recently some man some kind bad human rights report them in the happen under the APC. So now you dey see now the SLPP, some of the SLPP dem, or then new wetin sef you then get, say dem get convert the way don can now, wey dem believe say dem get for prove themselves for lead the SLPP. Dem say no, these guys, this alliance, e look sober, dem woman they look committed. So now then now imagine, recently I mean they condemn the SLPP. Now some of them they defend wetin dem dey condemn. Me, to me, I make I dey tell some of una say we no fit say some of us will join politics, because when something wrong, we can call am. So I no fit say maybe again, I don't know, maybe I go join, but I don't know yet. I no fit say I go join. I no see that day for say in the near future, because when you do something way wrong, I dey tell you say no, bruh, this me I no fit say right o. Or again, I dey shame even my conscience. So I go condemn, they will say, extrajudicial killings under the APC, and then now I can't support the same acts under the SLPP. So what do you stand for as a human being? What do you stand for? So you dey condemn corruption under the APC, but now under the SLPP you dey support corruption. So what do you stand for? Who are you? What do you stand for? So now then tia people and Sierra Leoneans they get for really understand. We get forget something the way as the Sierra Leoneans, we all need for stand up say no, certain things they that no go area. Yeah, we no go allow this thing for happen, no matter which political party they in power. If be it APC, SLPP, where we wanna cross this line, we say okay, as Sierra Leoneans, we no dey allow any government for come embark on human rights abuse to violate people their rights. So whether na APC or SLPP, where you can you violate people their right, we dey stand up. Whether na you dey see SLPP go stand up against SLPP because they violate people their right. That's so a nation for them. But you dey find out say Sierra Leone is not like that. If mortal man you want get membership card, free membership card for any political party. If for example the ruling party do wrong, if you want be APC, no worry, just tell them say no more, bruh, this thing I wrong, go quick. Then go, how about this na APC? They begin pull now, begin talk boku rubbish. This is sad. Not to sow for run, not to sow salon for day, not to sow for day. Because now people then they say, oh no, now what's, but if you find out immediately after independence, the salon currency been do well. You understand? Now during now where we people and don't take over fully, we see now where Sekasibi and can mess up. That's what the mess it begins small it was. We been get industries them, everything be we been even get some what is it, some railway or something. All thing go. So sometimes you dey say, oh, okay, so what thing do we will not get the desire for go forward, we know they see what thing they happen. So Mango can't tell me this, no say no, President Bio don't build the airport. Yes, I agree that airport dey, because some man they tell you say no, na new terminal, no, na airport, all man they talk you. But again, at least that structure they did the nice way it did it fine. Na development. So una self wey dey come, wey una want power, una can't tell us wetin una get for do for we and how una dey achieve wetin una want. Yeah, you dey see the Western politics, wey for example Labour tell you say no, we dey come, we dey increase jobs for people dem. Employment dey dey. We dey improve the living standard of citizens. So they no more dey left for. They ask you how. how you dey achieve this? But this is what we don't ask our politicians. We no dey ask them how. How did they achieve wetin dem want, wetin dem promise we? Na for council no more. No, we dey build Lunge Bridge. Lunge Bridge from I don't know which state dem begin tell me. Even recently, wey SNPP bin come, dat dey no bin dey part of the manifesto. But wey dem come, we hear about Lunge Bridge, we hear people dem don come do dis, do dat. Sometimes dem dey take Sierra Leoneans dem say no, you know what, you guys, we can just get any garbage you send am on our face, get away with it. So Sierra Leoneans dey need for really stand up. They really need for stand up on issues, vote on issues. Like for example, the people like what they tell una so, the people of Kwenedugu district or Falaba district, we una tell them say no, these roads 2018 una bin come, una promise we roads. Where are the roads? Dem don wait 2 months or let's say less than 5 months to elections. We don see dem don begin quota. But again, this na make some man, hey Saiku, you no right, you no right, we don begin do XYZ. Some man dey tell you all kind thing. But from where dem mean say the road for don near certain villages dem, we no hear it, dem don go beyond certain villages. So you dey find out some of we now wey you don get that experience wherein politicians dey begin certain projects wey dem vote for dem, then later they abandon the project. You go ask yourself, especially una wey dey Kwenedugu district, but that water, una go ask una say, okay, so if we vote for them, then we'll still continue with this project or not. So these are the issues. So una really need for move. Una get for fence strategy, because now the politicians they believe say second term always guaranteed. So una get for tell them say no, listen, this na democracy. The constitution give we power, we the citizens dem, for give una yes 2 terms, but we dey give una 5 years. If you vote, we don vote for you 5 years, you don perform, then we give una based on performance, not to based on ragamuffin business. So na based on performance. You understand? So e no mean say na guarantee say no, once dem don vote for you, dem don give you 1 term, the other second term guarantee. No, una Sierra Leoneans, una get for tell dem say no, this thing no dey work like so. Now based on the performance. So, but you dey see why I write that article, they arrange certain issues along that line. So SAPP man dey say no, but not to we dey start with. So now you dey see if na APC back bin dey na power, dem go tell you say, hey, not to we una dey start with. But now, how you go argue say not to una we dey start with when una not deliver una promise? So I think say Sierra Leoneans, then the need for sensitize Sierra Leoneans on this issue, because I think to me, I believe say na other strongest mechanism for send message to politicians dem. Say, you know what, when una come first time na una for tower, una do, if una not deliver, no dey give una second time. I believe say if we begin implement that as Sierra Leoneans, I believe say it go be nice. That go send, if let's say for example, if una teach this current government that lesson there, I swear to God, the one who una dey vote for go don learn, because e go know say wey can that 5 years e no perform, then dey kick am out. If na APC back come, you understand, say na APC bin dey na power, una kick them if they no perform the first 5 years, una kick them out. Una say, listen, we no entertain excuses, we want you guys to deliver. Una teach them, if una been teach them that lesson. Let's say example wey Anis Kuruma been in power, that 5 years, una vote them out at that time, 2012. Una vote for whosoever una been vote for. Na Madabiu bin be candidate at that time. If una been vote, let's say una been vote for Madabiu, I swear to God, Madabiu for don learn in lesson, because he go just say, wetin no left APC no go left me. You understand? So that 10 day, the politicians they go treat una with respect and they go respect una, they go treat una with seriousness. But now, what the politicians they want for Sierra Leoneans they believe is that no, not if, in fact, some even some politicians and some supporters then can even go to the poor people and less educated people and say, "Ah, no, not 10 years, not to 10 years. Una get for implement because imagine since me no dey go talk about Momo in time or Strasser in time or whatnot. I know dey go there. I dey just take am from Tijan Kaba in time. Imagine from Pakaba in time till today we get the same issues. Wetin wrong with we? We get the same issues. Same. Till today, free don dey cry for blackout. From Pakaba in time till today, same water crisis e dey. So who's una show me? I dey challenge anybody. Make e show me whose problem from Pakaba in time to now. Mother bill don take 5 years. Now una show me one problem wey really been be really a serious problem for Sierra Leoneans wey at least we don solve that problem. Una show me. E no dey. I know me no aware about any. Or at least they will say they don try now. Okay, na main ten ance because yeah, I dey always make reference because some man go tell you politicians dem back na this na the other problem wey policeman shoot a protester, e kill am na America or England, dem dey use dat day for justify na Africa. Na tell you say, oh no, but America back police dem dey kill. You no for challenge the police. Yes, I agree with you. I respect the laws, but wey the effort wey the government dem dey do na yeah for help dem citizen dem for improve the countries, dem no dey ever make reference, dem no dey talk about dat or dem go hardly talk about dat. So na wen e come for make reference and bad thing dem, na the time we politicians dem dey good we make reference. Somebody bin dey talk, I don't know, Sri Lanka the economy been this then that. Yeah, but low self upgrade. So certain country dem dey we no for even compare with dat day dem because dem sef more or less the region side dem dey almost we go dey na the same, well, like how the Muslim dem say the safa same safa. So let we no go dey what is say let we upgrade the standard, the discussion. Again before they left, or yes, e don 9 o'clock. But we get for again respect the law, the rule of law. We respect the police officers. We respect government institutions like the police, the military. We respect them. And what do they expect in return? Also, the police them, they say for respect the ordinary citizen. We don't see recently that yeah, of course, police them that the world large not to perfect people them because even UK na yeah, we don't hear it, but serious problems between the police from racial abuse for being a racist institution. Then they abuse women, then they do all things. Yes, we don't see, and they are not perfect. But again, it always they go down to what me they try for say, what I believe in. There are problems in the, but then they look into them and then bring solutions. So police then get for be, then get for serve the ordinary people, the Sierra Leoneans. I can see sometimes I can hear certain things. Yeah, you know they ever hear politicians, or you hardly hear politicians give order to police, tell us say arrest somebody, or you say well order from above. You understand? You know they you I don't think say me no from work and I no hear am. If anybody dey wey don hear it or you see that day, make e can challenge you. But that not the case with we na Salo. You dey see even like somebody wey once he connected to the powers that be, bruh, if you no take time, that person no go able tell police say I wan arrest this person, una keep am, I dey show am say me na man. It's wrong. In as much as we dey tell the police dem say we dey tell civilians, people dem say una respect the police. Police dem no show people dem wey una for disrespect, una for respect dem. They are Sierra Leoneans, they are brothers and sisters. They deserve respect because again, not of us say dem dey pay dem anything wey na where I know dey here for belittle dem salaries, but dem dey make sacrifice a lot as compared to some of them, their qualifications. Some of us, we no go na the police, or we no certain people dem no gree go na the police because dem say dem no dey pay dem better, dem no dey. But people dem no sacrifice their lives, dem dey serve una, so dem deserve respect. Dem deserve for una no need for give dem headache, for kill dem, for attack dem, for disrespect dem. But dem sef, dey need for respect una lives. Dey need for know say na out of una money wey una dey pay, taxpayers money, na im dem dey use for pay dem. So therefore, dem sef need for reciprocate. But na dat day dey happen na salon. E sad. Like recently I see one video wey one soldier man, e dress some kind way, e dey threa ten. I don see dat boku. Dem dey threa ten. Like other countries dat day no dey happen. But all go down to the people dem mentality. So people dem need really, like, we need serious change. We need, again, as Sierra Leoneans, I believe say we need for change. Mentality suppose for change. We need for change with mentality. I think say dis na other problem wey Pakaba back bin come, wey say salon man get bad heart. So dat dey go to the behaviour of the salon man, mentality. Na im make dat part talk, the way e dey behave, the way we dey treat each other. Ernest Koroma come, e say attitudinal and behavioural change. Dat show say when people dem really get problem. Dem get problem, like in terms of treating one another, in terms of treating, let me say, government as well, government properties. We don see wey people dem dey go cut cables, cut fuel transformers. I mean, so you dey go the mentality. So Sierra Leoneans, like, something is not right with us. Trust me, as human beings, something not right. If you engage fellow Sierra Leoneans, especially sometimes you go be disappointed. Some man dey tell you say I dey America or I dey England na here, but when you engage with some man, una no dey able dialogue. Una no dey able get constructive conversation on national issues. Una no dey disagree in peace or with respect. E no dey. Pass quick dem don begin blast for you. Dem don begin curse you. So sometimes you dey hear some big man dem dey curse mami curse na social media. So sometimes you dey ask yourself, wait oh, why, like, so sometimes you dey ask, so where are the role models for we? But then some man go tell you say no, dis na political charging. We dey see integrity, like all dat day back people I no know who side integrity don go. You know, like this thing, I believe say the entire, like, some of where people dem don write, some people dem don talk, and we no go tire. And una wey feel say okay, some man dey feel offended, say no, una dey talk against we, una dey do this, but una no get any effect. But I dey tell una one thing, Sierra Leoneans, and I strongly believe say the writings, the messages, the social media, e get effect. So wetin me dey advise again, instead of, like, were doing some unlawful means, like on social media for insight or do other thing dem, make we use dem social media positively for influence change in our communities by enlightening people. I know say very difficult o, dat side not an easy task o, e very very difficult, especially the party pikin dem. The party pikin dem, if I wey you dey talk and dey say na rubbish you dey talk. The party pikin dem, dem know themselves. Wey in, as far as in na green, like you no dey see anything wrong with when the green party do something wrong. As far as in na red, you no dey see anything wrong. But this is not how Sierra Leone should be. We no deny say you for be loyal to a political party. Dat day we no go take that right. You get right for belong. But I believe say you get a greater responsibility na you for your country. For see something wey wrong, you say this is wrong. So this election wey dey come, to me, I believe say, well, some man go tell you say no, well, the same importance wey una dey attach to this one na the same thing we attach to am 2018. But again, na any elections time na an opportunity for people for reflect and do changes. Changes in the sense how you vote. Did you vote correctly the last time? No, okay. Wetin you bin vote for? You be able get am? Why you no get am? Okay, and don't get me wrong, certain factors dem dey wey dey beyond the control of politicians. But you go see effort. So that day go bring me, because some man go say, hey, no, Saiku, you not talk about the effort will be make. Yeah, during the COVID, we see the government been do some. They help certain people. They will, I go name now the voting Munafa funds with Naxa there, and we see they help a lot of people. We can acknowledge them thing in there. They help them. They all we can acknowledge them. So now overall, now you say, okay, you know what? We get a wide spectrum. We dey look at so many issues. When I look at overall issues, una know say you na party pikin, because you remember na 5 years gamble na you dey can play so. 5 good years, not to 5 days so, 5 years. If you na 35 years, 5 years you go don knack 40. If you na 40 plus 5, 45. Na so. So remember that day not to picking business. So that is why you for sit down and think. You see, let's tell una now. Una way they go na social media, they attack critics them. Instead of, especially the party people them. This is cut across whether na you na APC, na SAPP. Una way na the party picking them. We just ready no more, una no dey listen, una no dey engage, una just stay for attack. Una political party dem, they no dey empower una for lay una benefit una sef for una families. The Ghana government, the Ghanaian government, every year dem dey send people dem, the citizens dem, na various universities na UK na for can study. Like recently I been dey Scotland about the university. I been there with lot of Ghanaians wey get scholarship. Lots. Some like why I engage them. I was really impressed because I asked me say why make Ghanaians dem boku. So they say the government get various schemes for help. Okay, so I say okay, so I been dey try for find out whether we own type of toxic politics dey there. Yeah, I talk with one lady, say yeah, he say most of the one day we can, that they you if na the one day we connected If you are if na una party dey na power this. I say, oh, okay. I be feel say una say no get out. But then you dey find out say the companies dem back, the oil companies, other mining companies, dem all dey give scholarship. So that dey happen, that dey don ever happen as Asaro. How many people dem? I no know if again, because I no aware. I no dey kind naya I claim say I know everything. No, if I tell una that day, I go don mislead myself. I no sabi all thing wey dey happen Asaro. But I wan let una tell me whether during let we say APC time, na how many mining companies dem bin dey send students dem for go study? Dem bin get any scheme like that? Or during SAPP now, una don get any mining company wey dey say okay now we dey send like people dem from dis community for go study? Some man go don graduate, e don get first degree, una dey for send dem for go empower themselves more? So how many people wey let we say okay, let we say like how dat person bin dey say the Ghanaian government na the party, the ruling party dey send dem young people dem. Na how many of una wey na the party pikin dem directly now, I dey ask una, na how many of una dem don give scholarship, dem don help for go study, for go empower una sef? Dem just dey buy megabyte dem give una, una go. Wey person say bo dollar don go up, una begin curse. I dey remember the APC 2017 going to 18 wey we talk, wey we bin dey tell dem. Dem say no, una no dey, una pay at ten tion, cycle dis. But they were the ones not paying attention. So they saw the result. So this same thing back dey happen, that same arrogance. As I don't know wetin happen. Politicians, as people dem kind of power, dem don get access to state funds, dem dey drive the car wey dem want, dem dey do whatever dem want. Then for dem feel say now dem don reach like a class wey for even point out the lapses. As you begin talk no more, dem begin shut you down, begin call you opposition, begin intimidate you. This is not how we should operate as a country. We for learn for respect each other's views. We respect one another. We engage in a constructive discussion. Politicians therefore respect we how? By engaging with us, telling us, okay, now bringing solutions to our problems. But we are not seeing solutions. We get serious problem in our hand. Right now, we get very serious issues in the country in terms of economy and other stuff. But we no dey see anybody dey come up with solutions. And for just tell we say no, una vote for me, una this, una that. No clear message. So una we dey do this, how una dey do am, we no know. So how we go able know say na achievable thing? How una we dey able know say no, this una go able achieve am? All that na lack of respect. But not to una o, na we, the citizens. So me advice, like I will continue to say this, we na not for make lady politicians if you say no, we don't get a contract with the wire na 10 years or 20 years. No. Let una be very unpredictable. I know say una can do am. Why make I say so? 2007, 2018. We see how Sierra Leoneans them, where sometimes una can say, hey, no, they are not educated. Well, Boku, they may say Boku not educated, this, that, the literacy level high. But we see where some man he put green under, then he gets the red vest on top. He go collect money, but then he vote who side he wants. But anyway, like then he say talk no they don't. Before I round up, I just dey tell una say as Sierra Leoneans, one, make we respect the authorities, and then we dey call on the neck. Neck get a bigger role than get a responsibility. The peace na the country right now, especially during and after elections, dey na neck in hand. They need for do the right thing. They need for ensure that Sierra Leoneans the desire, wey dem go, the wishes wey dem go express through the ballot, e reflects the result wey dem get for announce, make e reflects the desire of the voters. So we know say challenges dem go dey, but this na me appeal to the neck dem. We dey appeal to una for respect the laws, for conduct free, fair, credible elections. This na we appeal to una, because the peace na the land, e dey na una hand as well. So and na una dey make sure that people dem get confidence in the system by how una conduct una self. So as we go to the polls in 55 days, like almost less than many months, na June 24th. So una keep in mind, una know wetin una want. Una forget about the dance. The dance, me to me, that too much music, that dance na distraction. You know when somebody stress, some people wey stress, wey angry or wetin sef, e dey play music, e dey lis ten to music. So una no too much focus on that. Una focus on the message. Una analyze issues. Una ignore the dance. Una analyze issues. When the two parties dem, time go come wey dem go count dem manifesto, wey dem come to una, we get for calm, we get for engage una. Going forward, we go be frequent, we dey engage una. But una really need for una get for be conscious. Una get for put salon first. The interest of salon first. Una respect the law, una respect the police officers, and then at the same time we dey expect the police officers, the police enforcement, dem for enforce the law. Dem no for make bias. Like we dey see again, some people dem dey say no, if na the opposition bin do this, dem for don be heavy handed on us, this, that. All that thing in the police back, una get a role, una get for make Sierra Leoneans feel say una dey treat them all fairly and equally. But not because me come on a certain part of the country, why do something a problem. So maybe the same thing why do I get problem, other person in other part of the country they do, I get away with that. No, that is not how policing should be. So now for treat every citizen equally before the law. The judiciary the same thing. So I think say I for stop here. This na the usual program we can bring to una, but na me CEO can, like Prince Krumah na him present this program, but today I step on his shoe for present this program to una. So until then, me na Saikujohn Barrie, I dey say tata.